How can I write an interesting short story?
Writing an interesting, engaging short story requires a balance between the basic elements of the story and an engaging narrative, and this is by 1. The basic idea. Start with an exciting idea or an unexpected situation. For example, what if your heroine discovered a secret that changed her life? What if the hero leads a normal life and suddenly finds himself in the center of a conspiracy? 2. Characters. Main character must be strong or interesting, have a goal and internal or external conflict. Secondary characters support the plot, add suspense or complexity to events. Antagonist, a character who causes the main obstacle to the hero, be it a real person, an inner fear or a cruel circumstance. 3. The attractive start. Start with a strong scene that arouses curiosity. For example, she shouldn't have opened the door, but she opened it, and she saw the need that changed her life. Her heartbeat increased as she walked down the narrow and did he chase her? The mayor fell in front of the people, with all their eyes on one person, me. 4. Conflict and suspense. Each event leads to the next event, and there is an escalation of events. Internal conflict. The heroine has a secret that she is afraid to reveal. External conflict. The hero must prove his innocence before it's too late. Unexpected twists. Discovering something unexpected turns the story around. 5. Realistic and intensive dialogue. The dialogue must be natural and express the characters, and it is possible to add suspense or new information. 6. The strong finish. It can be open, leaving the reader to think. It can be an unexpected shock. It can be touching and emotional. An example of an interesting plot. The heroine of the story discovers that her grandfather, who lived with her all her life, is not her real grandfather, and that her whole life is based on a lie, so she begins the journey of searching for the truth, but everything that approaches the secret meets a limit that tries to prevent her in any way.
Another way to write a short story. Some additional thoughts.
To write a successful short story, you need a combination of creativity, proper construction, attractive style. Here you will find all the details that will help you write an interesting and attractive short story. First, the basic elements of the short story. Every short story, whether dramatic, romantic, or detective, consists of elements. 1. Plot. These are the events that happen in the story. There needs to be a beginning, a middle, and an end with an escalation of events. You need to have a main event hovering around the story, a mysterious crime costume, a hidden secret, or an impossible love. 2. Characters. Main character, hero, heroine, must have a goal and internal or external conflict. Secondary characters, to help move the story forward, they can be friends, enemies, or mysterious characters. Opponent or obstacle, it can be a person, internal fear, or difficult circumstances. 3. Conflict. It is he who moves the story and creates suspense. It can be external, with a particular person or situation, or internal, psychological conflict. 4. Dialogue. It must be natural and expressive of the characters. There may be hints of upcoming events or words that tense the atmosphere. 5. The ending. It has to be satisfying to the reader, whether it's surprising, open, or sad. It is preferable to have an unexpected element in order to leave a trace. Second, the steps of writing a powerful short story. 1. Define the basic idea. Before you write, answer the questions D. What event or secret is the story about? Who are the main characters and what are their motives? What kind of story? Horror, drama, romance, suspense? 2. Start with a strong scene. The beginning should pull the reader from the first sentence. Try starting with, "A shocking event happened, I heard a gunshot and when I screamed, he was right in front of me." Interesting description, the world was completely dark, but he was sensitive if he had a limit to observe. Important dialogue, you can't run away from what you've done, sooner or later it's you. 3. Create a clear conflict. The reader needs to feel if the hero is in danger or has a necessary challenge to face. Costume. Internal conflict, the hero tries to get rid of his fear or makes a difficult decision. External conflict, a hunt, a crime investigation, a dangerous secret is being revealed. 4. My guest element of surprise. Events need to be unexpected. Costume. An innocent character aspires a criminal. The mystery of an unexpected limit sweeper is unfolding. A plan that looked like it was going to work, but there was a need that changed everything. 5. Make the ending strong and touching. Open end, leaves room for imagination. Shocking ending, events suddenly turn upside down. A touching ending, it leaves a deep emotional trace. 3. Tips for writing style. Write in short, quick sentences so that the story remains interesting. Use sensory description. Describe the scenes as if they were a movie in front of the reader. Avoid boring details. Make every sentence serve the story. Make the characters speak in their own way. Each character has a different style of speech. An example of an application for writing a short story. Voices in the dark. The terrifying beginning. Mary would hear the same sounds every night. The sounds of light running, thumping, and muffled whispers. When she tried to complain to her parents, they told her she was delusional. But she was sure that there was a limit to her in fashion. One night, she turned on the audio recording on her phone, and when she heard it in the morning, she froze where she was. "Miriam, Miriam, do you hear me?" Confrontation with the ghost. She decided to face her fear, and when I heard the voice the night after, I turned on the mobile flashlight. And I met a black fantasy moving in front of the cupboard. I gasped, but she's animated. Moments later, the imagination began to take shape of clear features. A girl of the same age, her hair disheveled and her eyes filled with sadness. The girl whispered in a shaky voice, "My name is Sarah. I was here before you, but Madash heard me. You are the only one who can hear me." Mary asked her and she couldn't breathe, "Are you a ghost? What happened to you?" Sarah was silent for a moment, and after a while she said, "I was killed. And my husband doesn't know the truth. I need someone to help me relax." Thala thought the search for truth. Miriam started going around the old cemetery and received news about a girl named Sarah who died under mysterious circumstances at home, and the police at the time said it was a suicide case. Entry of Detective Adam. Miriam decided to go to the police, and there, she met Detective Adam Hassan, who was the case catcher at the time. Adam was a calm, mature man, with a strong charisma, but at the same time, his features had a deep sadness. When he heard Mary speak, his eyes shone with shock, and he quickly asked her, "Are you sure what you're saying? Did you know her name?" Mary swallowed her throat and said, "It was she who told me Sarah. Sarah calls me every night." Adam felt a chill in his body. The name is not alien to him, because he was Sarah's husband. The shocking truth. Adam is shocked, but believes Mary, and decides to reopen the investigation. After a long search, they found out that it was the old neighbor who did it, but he made Sarah think that she did it herself. And with the voice recording that Miriam recorded, the police were able to catch who did it. The relationship that began with the endings Sitatun. The night after, Mary felt a strange relief. And when she opened her eyes, Sarah caught a glimpse of her smiling for the first time. Before she disappeared, I whispered to her, "Thank you, Mary. As soon as I can rest and tell him that he deserves to be happy again." Mary understood that Sarah was talking about Adam. She wanted him to meet a new love to make up for her loss. The new love. After the case was over, Mary and Adam kept talking from time to time, and Mary began to notice that he was quietly attached to her. He treated her with respect, and always helped her even in small needs. As for Adam, Shaif was in her kindness and pleasant purity, but in a different way. He admired her tenacity, her strength, her intelligence, and most importantly, her morality, which I thought would face horror to do justice to a poor soul. After a while, he decided to propose to her, and Mary, although she expected him, felt that she was comfortable with him. The happy ending. The night before their joy, Mary fell asleep and dreamed of Sarah. She was laughing for the first time, and spitting to her contentedly. She said, "For the time being I am reassured. Take care of him, because he is a person worthy of love." Mary recovered, and a warm tear fell on her cheek. She looked at her engagement ring, smiled. "I'm worried, Sarah. I'll be with him." The end, the love that began after dark. Mary was destined to do justice to Sarah, and Sarah was destined to walk in peace. And Adam, despite the fact that he lost his first wife, met a new love that illuminates his life.